By the name of Allah, the most compassionate and most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope everyone is fine and healthy. I really appreciate your efforts that being in these tough times, you are giving your time to the study. I hope so that you get benefit from this lockdown time, because our country, Afghanistan, needs more and more than other country ever other country in the world. So I hope so that this time will be better utilized by you students. So today we're going to discuss about our third lecture regarding the introduction to nervous systems. امروز ما در مورد سیستم عصبی گپ میزنیم، طوری که شما من حیث یک محصل پانزه طب نی بلکه یک پانزه اقتصاد فقط یک آشنایی امرای سیستم عصبی ما و شما تاکه آشنا شویم من حیث یک انسان بفهمیم چه فعالیت داره، اگر کدام مشکل در سیستم عصبی ما پیدا میشه در رفتار و بیهیویر ما چه قسم تغییرات میاد، من حیث یک انسان باید سیستم را بفهمیم، نه من حیث یک دکتر. So as you better know that nervous system is totally, it's a medical science related subject. So we will discuss about only two systems which is related to the controlling of behavior of humans and which is affecting the personality of humans, that is endocrine system and nervous systems. But for sure we will not go in details in regarding this system, because being as a medical student you have to know about completely regarding this system, but being as economist students it's not important, but being as a human we have to know that what is nervous system, how the brain functions, what are the different parts of brain, if any parts of the nervous system or brain functions are being disturbed, so what changes will occur in our behaviors. So a very light and a very brief introduction to this system is important. Everyone as a human we have to know about the systems. System is very complicated. Even if we talk about the whole semester about this one system, we will not be capable to finish it. Anyhow, कोशिश میکنیم مختصر کنیم و چیزایی که مفید و ضروری است بالای اون ما بحث بکنیم. So let us discussing about the organization of nervous systems. Let's how the system comes. How the human system comes. As you know that you have studied in biology, cells are the structure and functional unit of all living organisms. Where there is a cell in humans, there is a function in humans. Where cells are damaged, that portion of the functions of humans are damaged. All cells are damaged, all humans are going to damage it, mean he will die. So first, cells is important for all living organisms, whether that is human, animal, plants, insects. Cells is the functional unit of all living organism. After cells, tissue comes. So when so many cells combine, it makes tissue. So tissues are the combination of cells that functions, that plays a specific functions that are formed for a particular function in human body. So after tissues are made, then after tissue, so many tissue combine, it makes organs. Organs are different parts, different organs are there in different parts of the body. So particularly the functions, they do have particular functions. Like for example, nose, heart, liver, stomach, it may be the organs. And it is the organs. So this is one organ. So many organs when get together, so they make a system. So system is the combination of so many organs. So there are many systems in human body, like for example digestive system, nervous system, urinary systems, cardiovascular systems, and respiratory system. در انسان وجود مختلف سیستم ها وجود داره که هر سیستم فعالیت خود را انجام میده و مجموعه چندین اعضا هستند. سیستم ما اینجا مربوط به روانشناسی که میشه، ما سیستم عصبی را و سیستم اندوکراین را کم ذره مطالعه میکنیم که مربوط به روانشناسی میشه. خود this is called the organization of the nervous systems. سیستم عصبی چطور جور میشه؟ خلاصا ما میگیم که سیستم عصبی از دو بخش جور شده. یک که هستن مرکزی اعصاب است، این central nervous system است، دیگه که هستن محیطی اعصاب است به نام پریفرال نروس سیستم یاد میشه. باز خودی نروس سیستم سنترال نروس سیستم که هستن از دماغ و اسپاینال کورد جور شده. باز محیطی اعصاب ما که پریفرال نروس سیستم است از دو بخش جور شده که به نام سوماتیک و اتونومیک است، یعنی یک اعصاب خودمختار است، یک ارادی است، یک غیر ارادی است. باز خود سوماتیک سیستم که هستن ای از دو بخش جور شده که در اینجا 12 دانه عصبی رشته یا ازواج قفی هستند که از مرکزی اعصاب یعنی دماغ بیرون میشه و 31 دانه که هستند از تیری مولا، در پشت تیری مولا که ورتبرال کالم است، در اینجا اسپاینال کورد هستند، در اینجا 31 ازواج قفی از اینجا بیرون میشه که این کلگی رشته های عصبی در بدن ما شما پخش شده و این مسیج و پیغام میاره با اعصاب میبره، به مرکز میبره، مرکز پس میاره، ما یک کمیونیکیشن صورت میگیره در بدل بلکه ما شما فعالیت میکنیم. همین قسم اتونومیک نروس سیستم که سمپاتیک و پاراسمپاتیک دو سیستم دیگر داره. So this is how nervous system is made. Nervous system is one of the central communicating and commanding system of human body. So there is central nervous system. Nervous system is made of two parts, that is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system is made of brain and spinal cord. And peripheral nervous system is made of somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Itself, this somatic nervous system is made of cranial nerves, which is 12 pairs originating from the brain, and it goes to different parts of the body and communication take place. In spinal nerve, which originates from the vertebral columns, which called 31 pairs of nerves are coming from this place, goes to spreading to different parts of the body. In the communication between brain and communication between other parts of the body is because of cranial and spinal nerve coordinations. And autonomous nervous system is a sympathetic, divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic, which we will discuss each in details by the times. So let us we talk about that we define psychology as a science that study behavior of living organisms. In general, every aspect of the body functioning is important to behavior. So psychology is scientific study of behavior. So behaviors are all the observable actions that is being controlled by the brain. So that is what a brain. So brain is a part of nervous system. So that's why it's important to know about the nervous system. So it's important to behavior since the overall health and well-being of the organism is involved. Here our main concern is with those organs more directly involved in behavior. So for understanding of the nervous system as a whole and its role in behavior, it is essential to understand, it is important to understand the various parts it's composed of and their interrelationships. So in order to synchronize the millions function of millions and trillions of cells of our body, two control systems exist. The one endocrine system, a collection of blood-brain messenger that work very slowly in the human body, and the other is nervous system, which is rapid control system. So these two systems work together. They regulate many internal and internal body functions, and they organize and control the activities. We know collectively as a human behavior these activity. So when a person see things or desire, he is using nervous system, in which the brain serves as a center of power and decision that regulates the behavior of all parts of the body in a highly complicated and delicate fashions. So central nervous system is not only a carrier of message but also an organizer and regulator of behavior. For both these reasons, it is very important, and psychologists are very interested to know about the nervous system. We will be helpless without a nervous system. We would be unable to react to any kind of inhibition and stimulus from the environment outside the world, and we would not be even able to move our muscles without the nervous system. Indeed, we would not live at all, for our heart will not work, our mind will not work, and our heart will not beat, and our lungs will not breathe without central nervous system. So the nervous system is the most complex controlling and communicating system of the body. So that's why we say the nervous system regulate most body system using direct connection called nerves. It enables you to sense and respond to stimuli. Stimuli हर चीज़ की मौशुमारा तंबी में कोना बनावे stimuli में कोन मेगा. So the nervous system is the most important organization. This organization is controlling and integrating the different bodily functions. Likewise, it maintains a stability of internal environment despite extreme changes in the external environment. What happens in the outside environment? Internal body control in response to that. For example, we are facing with a dangerous situation, so our heart beat a lot. So respiration becomes strong. So heart beating, respiration become increased. This is what? Because of the external environment we are facing. So the internal body system will control this situation to control the heartbeat and control the respiration and breathing. So internal body function will take place. That is because of the nervous system. So that's why we say nervous system is the most complicated and the most complex system of human body. That is the controlling center of all humans' activity. So there was a basic function of nervous system. So what the nervous system do? System या सभी कदम वज़ाइफ राम जम में ताया कि ऐसन कि रवाबित इंसान राम राय मुहित बरकरार में सादा दुएम कि ऐसन मुहिम वज़ीफ़ेशेस क्या हम महंगी हम अफ़ालत है बदनी मौशम राय मुहित बरकरार में साजा. So the nervous system has three main functions: to collect sensory input from the body and external environment. One, मालूमात राज मुहित बीरूनी वगैरह, and to process, interpret the sensory input. अमो मालूमात रखे माँ गिरफ्तिन उरा process में करा दिमाग माँ. And boss to respond appropriately to the sensory output. Boss the नतीजिश माँ actual अमल निशान में दें. यानी माँ वक्त की एक दस्तरा दलाक जाय मी मानम कि उजाय बिस्यार मसलन गर्मस मुहित बीरूनी तवसुती हिस्सी आसाब ما حس کردیم این رفت به دماغ برای ما گفت که دست توسو کنین که دستتان می سوزه. امی که همانگی امرای فعالیت‌های بدنی ما شما یکی محیط ما شما میشناسیم. This is all because of the nervous system. So there are some basic terminology that is being used in nervous systems. So sensation, hiss. अवल माहिस में करें monitor changes events occurring in and outside the body. Such changes are known as stimuli, and the cells that monitor them are called receptor. यानी हर चीज़ की आज मुहित माहिस में करें वो बासासे वो हमकारी receptor आस्तन की उरा मा sensation में गए. दोम क्या integration चीज़ की मा गिरफ्त माज मुहित उरी integrate में शा तफसीर में शा तर्जुमा में शा बरी मा बाज नतीजे में गया. So the parallel processing and interpretation of sensory information to determine the appropriate response. That is integration. Now, after integration, we will show a motor command system will function here. It means motor output will come here. That is reaction. So the activation of muscles or glands, that is our reactions through the neurotransmitters. There is a more nerve, sensory nervous. रिश्ताهای عصبی هستند که ما اون نرو سنسوری نرو میگیم. یعنی محیط ما از اونجا ما یک چیز را حس میکنیم. sensory sensation است. باز سیستم عصبی ما central CNS ما central nervous system یکی هستن. ای باز ای را اینتگریت میکنه باز برای ما نتیجهش میگه. وقتی که ما ای را اینتگریت کردیم بعد از اون کماند میده CNS مرکزی اعصاب که موتور نرو است. باز نوتر نرو مثلا عضلات ما و شما فعالیت انجام میده. مثلا ما میگریزیم یک محیط خطرناک. So muscles and glands are there. So this is what the nervous system functions properly because of nerve, sensory nerve and motor nerve. ای حس میکنه و ای actually عمل نظام میده. یعنی سیستم عصبی چطور کار میکنه؟ ما گفتیم که انسان که کار میکنه ای وظیفه انسان که فعالیت میکنه ساختارش جور شده او هست حجره بود. یعنی ما به سیستم هم حجره داریم. سیستم عصبی به یک حجره ضرورت داره که او را ما نیورون سل میگیم یا نیورون میگیم یا نرو سل میگیم. نیورون چی هستن؟ اما واحد وظیفوی و واحد ساختمانی سیستم عصبی است. یعنی اگر سیستم عصبی ما شما کار میکند it is because of the nervous system. So that's why we say it's the structural and functional unit of nervous system, and it consists of nerve cell body, بسیار یک طولانی بحث است دیگه، ما فقط همینقدر بفهمین که شما نوران چی است. نوران یک چی است؟ یک حجرات است، حجرات عصبی هستند که در سیستم عصبی داخل سیستم اعصاب هستند و اعصاب که کار میکنه با واسطه اینمی نوران نباشه سیستم عصبی کار نمیکنه. ما 3 نوع نوران داریم. There are 3 major types of neurons. Afferent neurons, which is called sensory neuron, efferent neurons, which is called motor neuron, interneuron. All these 3 have different functions, but the brain needs all of them to communicate effectively with the rest of the body. هر کدامش فعالیت خاص را انجام میده، لیکن دماغ به هر 3 ضرورت داره تا که دماغ بتونه امرای بدن اعضای دیگری بدنی ما شما کمیونیکیشن صورت بگیره. افرین نوران که است، این دیویژن که است، نیورون که است به نام رشته های عصبی حسی هستند که ما حس میکنیم. افرین نیورون که هستند موتور نیورون، یعنی حرکی است. این انسان را به حرکت به کمان میده که انسان حرکت کنه. اینتر نیورون که هستند باز هماهنگی در میان افرینت و افرینت یک هماهنگی ایجاد میکنه. افرین نیورونز ما میم که افرین نیورون چرا میگه؟ These neuron brings information from the periphery to the CNS or from one part of the CNS to another part. For example, from the spinal cord to the brain, all efferent neurons are sensory. یعنی افرین چی میکنه که افرین معلومات را میاره، از محیط میاره به مرکز میبره. یعنی اگر ما پای را بالای سوزن، بالای چیزی گرم بانیم پای ما، این پریفرینال دیجا محیطی، اعصاب محیطی از در پای ما، در اینجا یک نرو آماده، یک رشته عصبی آماده به نام سنسری نیورون. امی سنسری نیورون که به نام افرین نیورون هم میشه، معلومات را از محیط میگیره میاره به سپاینال کارد میاره، اسپاینال کارد میاره به دماغ، یعنی به مرکزی اعصاب میاره. پس معلومات از اونجا که توسط افرین نیورون آمد، از این طرف باز از طرف دماغ باز قومنده میره که شما پای وسو کنین که در سوزن است یا پایتان میسوزه. این ما باز افرین نیورون میگیم که از بالا و پایین معلومات برد و یک کمیونیکیشن صورت گرفت. اگر خدا نخواسته بعضی افرادی که شما دیده باشیم امراض شکر داره، پای بالای سوزن، پای بالای شکر میبنه نمیفهمه کلگی سوزن هم داخل پایشه، به خاطری که اون افرین نیورون از بین رفته، مسیج از محیط به دماغ نمیبره که دماغ برش ببویه که شما پای وسو کنین. So that is why afferent neuron brings the information from the periphery to the brain. So that is called afferent neuron, or that is called sensory neuron. And the second is efferent neuron. Efferent neurons, it carry commands, it carries order to the target organ. Carry command from the CNS, from the brain, as مغز معلومات میبره to other parts of the targeted organ. So for example, brain از معلومات از مغز میبره to spinal cord، باز از spinal cord میبره به دیگه جای. So all efferent neurons are motor. هر چقدر نیورون های افرین که است اون موتور است، یعنی حرکی است. توسط اینمی دی نوران سیستم عصبی کار میکند. اگر این نبود طبعا ما عمره مشکلات گوناگون روبرو میشیم. سیستم اعصاب کار نمیکنه، مشکلات زیاد ایجاد میشه. So efferent bring the information to periphery محیط. efferent از مرکز و محیط، afferent که از امره این نوشته میشه afferent از محیط به مرکز. So because of this neuron, this nervous system works. So that's why nervous system is the communicating system and controlling and communicating system of the human body. It's a control command center of all human activities. But how this communicating system and commanding system works, it's because of this neuron. Now there is a third neuron which is called interneuron. A neuron which transmits impulses between other neurons, found only in the CNS where they connect neuron to neurons. کوشش اینمی است که هماهنگی در میان نیورون های دیگر یا نیورون های دیگر یک هماهنگی پیدا کنه. اون نیورون به نام اینترنیورون یاد می شود. So ما میگیم که organization of nervous system، خودی nervous system که جور شده it has two big initial division. خودی nervous system از دو بخش جور شده که یک مرکزی اعصاب است، دیگه محیطی. مرکزی اعصاب به نام CNS یاد میشه، Central Nervous System. This is made بازنمی CNS کی جور شده. This is made of the brain and spinal cord. ای از دماغ و نخاع شوکی جور شده. And this is the center of integration and control. بخش دومی سیستم عصبی محکوم است از محیطی اعصاب جور شده که اون ما PNS یا Peripheral Nervous System یا محیطی اعصاب میگیم. What is peripheral nervous system؟ که در مرکز وجود نداشته باشه، بدون از مرکز. It is outside of the brain and spinal cord. It consists of spinal nerve که یا خودش با 31 رشته های عصبی داره. It carry information to and from spinal cord که معلومات را میبره، هم با spinal cord نخاع شوکی معلومات میبره یا از اوجا میبره، یا برش میبره spinal cord معلومات میبره یا از اونمو spinal cord معلومات میبره. In 12 pair of cranial nerves و 12 تا ازواج قفی دیگر هستند which carry information to and from the brain که با دماغ معلومات میبره. cranial nerve 12 تا ازواج قفی رشته های دیگری هستند که هم با معلومات میبره به دماغ و هم از دماغ پس معلومات میبره به جاهای دیگری بدن ما و شما. ما اگر در مورد nervous system گپ بزنیم در اینجا خب میگیم که nervous system is the most important organization which control and integrate the different body function. This is absolutely, nervous system is absolutely necessary for what? This system is absolutely, nervous system is necessary for the reception, getting of informations, storage of information, and release of different sensory and motor information for regulating or initiating a particular behaviors of the individuals. Particular behaviors, for controlling a particular behaviors of an individual, we need the sensory and motor informations to get. This will regulate, and this regulation happens because of the nervous systems. So I say that nervous system is composed of two parts. One is central nervous system, another is peripheral nervous systems. So let us say, like for example, there is a picture you can see. This is our central nervous system. This is central nervous system, brain. 12 pair of nerves are coming out from here to other parts of the body. And let's suppose this is, this parts of the body. If you see, this is a vertebral column. Here it's locating the spinal cord. So 21 pairs of nerves are coming here to this part of the body. So when the message goes from feet, first it comes to the spinal cord, then spinal cord through the spinal nerve, 31 pairs of spinal nerve, the message come here to spinal cord. Then spinal cord is passing the message to the brain. Now what brain do? Brain give the command back to spinal cord, and spinal cord give command to the target organ, or to the, for example, to the feet, and tell the person that this situation is very dangerous, leave this place. So that is this communication which happens between central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. It's because of the neuron or nerve cells. So this is regarding the nervous system. So as we talked, that nervous system is having two parts. The first was central nervous system, which was consists of brain and spinal cord. And simply, very briefly, regarding the spinal cord, if we talked about the spinal cord, so this is the vertebral column. So here it starts the spinal cord, which parts of this nervous system, brain. So brain and spinal cord are the broad part of nervous system. So spinal cord is the main pathway for information connecting the brain and peripheral nervous system. So the information with exchanging the brain and with the peripheral system, like outside of the spinal cord, the information comes from peripheries, from the environment, from the feet, from the legs, and from other parts of the body to the spinal cord. So this is pathway is communicating this information and giving this message to the central nervous system, that is brain, and brain is communicating. And finally, a coordination comes between the two parts of the system in humans' behaviors and humans' activity are taking place. Now, what is peripheral nervous system? The second portion of the nervous system, that is peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system, or penis, is the division of the nervous system that is containing all the nerves that lies outside of the central nervous system. And the primary of the rule of this peripheral nervous system is to connect the CNS with the other organs like limbs and skin. So peripheral nervous system is connecting the other organs with the brain. یعنی محیطی اعصاب peripheral nervous system محیطی اعصاب که هستن ارتباط دهنده میان مرکزی اعصاب است همراه اعضای دیگر بدن. یعنی وقتی که اعضای بدن دیگر معلومات خود را ایصال میکنه به مرکزی اعصاب توسط پینیس، این معلومات ارائه میشه و کانکشن همراه central nervous system باز گرفته می شود. So this is the penis. Now this peripheral nervous system has itself two functional parts, or it is having two more division. One is sensory division, another is motor division. Somatic, this has been the first somatic nervous system. The somatic nervous system, or it is also called voluntary nervous system, یعنی خود مختار از خود به خود فعالیت انجام میده، is the part of peripheral nervous system associated with the voluntary control of body movements through skeletal matters. یعنی که هستن voluntary هستن، یعنی در اختیاری ما شما هستن، میبخشین خود مختار نیست، در اختیاری ما شما هستن. میتونیم ما ایرا این سیستم مثلا عضلات را وقتی که مثلا ما حرکت میکنیم یا بادی مومنت صورت میگیره خود توسط خود ما ایرا کنترل میکنیم. در اینجا ایرا ما میگیم که somatic nervous system خودی بخشی محیطی اعصاب است. اما قسم autonomic nervous system از نام معلوم میشه که خود مختار است، یعنی غیر ارادی است، خود به خود کار انجام میده. Autonomic nervous system involuntary consists of visceral motor nerve fiber that regulates the activity of smooth muscle, cardiac muscle and glands. Well, when we talk about the autonomic nervous system, the word autonomic means is independent. Autonomic means self-sufficient, and gets its name from the fact that many ways it operates like a completely independent integrating system. It is regulating mainly bodily activity over which we have no or not, or we are having not any control, or we have very little control, or very little conscious level is being connected with this. So this system is normally an involuntary system that function below the conscious level. So autonomic nervous system is the specialized branch of nervous system that control all the body function carried out automatically. An autonomic nervous system maintains and keeps and maintains the homeostasis of the body. For example, autonomic nervous systems is going to maintain the rate and force of our heartbeat. ضربان قلب ما توسط autonomic nervous system control می شود. Secretion of the glands, vasocontraction of dilations توسط چشمای ما که مثلا وقتی که حدقه توسط چشمای ما چی میشه توسط میکنه وسعت پیدا میکنه due to nervous system. Pupil contractions or dilatation. So in this system, efferent fibers activate the smooth muscles of nucleus of such bodily organ as the stomach, cause secretion of certain glands such as the salivary gland, and regulate the special types of muscle found in hearts. So that is autonomic nervous system. An autonomic nervous system itself has two parts. باز autonomic nervous system که از خودش باز دو بخش داره که یک به نام sympathetic nervous system یاد میشه، دیگه به نام parasympathetic nervous system. So خودی یک فانکشن ما میگیم که autonomic nervous system فانکشنش چی است؟ The autonomic nervous system function to regulate the body unconscious actions. یعنی امو فعالیت‌های بدنی ما شما را تنظیم و کنترل میکنه که در اختیار ما نیستن. این توسط autonomic nervous system این فعالیت‌ها چی میشه؟ اگر هر سیستمی ما متاثر میشه، the behavior رفتار در حرکت، در گپ زدن، در هر چیزی ما مشکل پیدا میشه، یک مشکل روانی و مشکل عصبی پیدا میشه برای ما. به این خاطر آشنایی به این سیستم ها بسیار مهم است برای ما. پس ما گفتیم که اتونومیک نروی سیستم یا سیستمی که خود مختار است، خود به خود کار میکنه، غیر ارادی است، ارادی ما نیست، اراده ما نیست. این خود دو بخش داره که یک سمپاتیک نروی سیستم برات میاد میشه، دیگه پاراسمپاتیک. Now what is sympathetic nervous system? So sympathetic nervous system is a part of autonomic nervous system which also include the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system activate what is often termed as the fight or flight response. So what does sympathetic nervous system do? This system it prepares the body for defense in emergency and intense muscular activity. It increases the heart rate. It means cause the tachycardia, blood pressure increase, dilatation of the pupil, slow down peristalsis, movement of the intestine. This division acts to prepare the body in stress or emergency situation. It means this sympathetic nervous system is important for just preparing the body during the emergency situation, engaging all the organism resources to respond to our threats. این وقتی که ما امر کدام خطر مواجه میشیم توسط اینمی سیستم ما آماده میکنیم، اینمی سیستم ما را آماده میکنه که از خطر خود خلاص کنیم. So this response takes the form of fight or flight. For example, a person saw the barking a dog in the way. His sympathetic nervous system caused the increase in heart rate, blood pressure also increasing, breathing also increasing. His redirected from his stomach to his limb, and so he could fight or flee from that situation, from that place. So this system is activated to in emergency situation, or it is especially important when a person is under the stress. So sympathetic nervous system is important in that case. So this system is located in the nervous systems because this is the parts of nervous system. A neuron convey impulses from origin of one place to another place, and communication take place among the different parts of the body. In the sympathetic nervous system خلاص می‌تونیم که در حالت هیجانی، در حالت تشویش و در حالت اضطراب و در حالت خفگان چی میشه، خطر اکتیویت میشه، فعال میشه. باز در مقابلش دیگه سیستم به نام پاراسیمپاتیک است. کدام تغییراتی که توسط سمپاتیک اعصاب در بدن ما شما پیدا شده، مثلا ضربان قلب زیاد شده، تنفس ما تیز شد، مثلا رنگ ما تغییر خورد، این توسط سمپاتیک نروی سیستم این تغییرات میاد. وقتی که این تغییرات اومد، باز خداوند یک سیستم دیگه به نام پاراسیمپاتیک یاد کرده که اینمی فایت و فلایت سیستم، یعنی مبارزه میکنه امرای پاراسیمپاتیک اعصاب. اما تغییراتی که سمپاتیک در بدن آورده، اینمی پاراسیمپاتیک پس اینمی حالات را به نورمال میاره. So the parasympathetic nervous system is one of the three divisions of the autonomic nervous system. Sometimes it is called the rest and digest system. So the parasympathetic nervous system conserves energy as it shows the heart rate, increase intestinal and gland activity, and relaxes sphincter muscle in the gastrointestinal tract. So what is the difference between the sympathetic nervous systems and parasympathetic? So the sympathetic nervous system prepares the body for fight or flight response during any potential danger, or on the other hand, the parasympathetic system do in the reverse of that, inhibits the body for overworking and restore the body to calm and composed state. It brings the body back to the relaxation stage of the body. If sympathetic system bring changes in the human body in a situation of dangerous, but parasympathetic automatically activate and make the body to come back to the relaxation stage. So these two works in opposite of each other. That is why it is called fight or flight system of the human body. Mainly, if you see this picture. In this picture, there is vastly the difference between sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. This is a sympathetic nervous system, and this is this is parasympathetic nervous system, and this is a sympathetic nervous system. Now, what sympathetic nervous system do? For example, it dilates the pupils, and opposite to that, it constricts the pupils. ये हदक़े चश्म रा तवस्सो मिता وای حدقه چشم را پس تقبض میکنه، پس خورد میکنه. inhibit salvations ایده دهنی ما وقتی که لعاب پیدا میشه ایده پس امو لعاب پس چی میکنه کنترل میکنه. ایجا که از ضربان قلب زیاد میشه، در ایجا که از ضربان قلب سلو میشه. relax airways و construct airway. inhibit activity of stomach, stimulate activity of stomach. inhibit gallbladder, stimulate gallbladder. inhibit activity of intestine, stimulate activity of intestine. secrete epinephrine and norepinephrine's and relax the bladder, it is contract the bladder. So this is what the specifically the nervous system or the nervous system from the main center, which have more some other divisions, do this activity. So that's why we say that nervous system is in humans it's one of the most important complicating and most important system in human body. Hope so that you got and understand the lectures, but it needs a physical class to be taken about the nervous systems. Then it will be quite easy for you. Otherwise, it is very quite difficult for the student to understand in online lectures. Though you're not medical students, so it's important for medical student to understand everything. If I talk about each system in around about 5 to 6 hours, if I talk about one system, I would not be capable to finish it. But anyhow, in general, I talk about the nervous system. Now, you understand the communication that is taking between the different parts of the body through the neuron. If there is no neuron, communication will not take place. When communication does not take place, so no functionality of the body will take place. So then we will be motionless, we will be immovable, and we will die. We will not be. I mean that if all the system collapsed. If one part of the nervous system is collapsing, it means that portion of the body function will collapse. So, being as a human, we have to know about that. What is nervous system? What are its function? How it works? For that reason, we have to know this much. Now we will go to the next portion of this lecture, that is brain, parts of the brain and function of brains. So till then, Allah Hafiz, wish you all the best. Thank you for your attentions.